What's good, everyone? It's Marvin, also known as MJO23Dan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I know it's late, but I'm doing my pickups of 2020. Let's get started. Alright, so in total, I got 44 pickups for 2020. I'm not going to go over every single one because I've done videos for most of them, but there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's about 13 pairs of shoes that I did not have time to review for the year of 2020. So I understand 2020 was an absolute disaster when it comes to like going outside and people's health and just this whole dynamic of politics even going on. And I understand like 2020 was just ugly, guys. I don't need to explain that to you, but I want to just go ahead and just quickly show you guys the 13 pairs that I did not showcase on this channel that I may move over into 2021, you know, with a little bit more in-depth conversation about it. So anyways, if you guys are interested, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and check it out. Alright, so the first sneaker that I was not able to review for you guys has been the Animal 3. So the Animal 3 version, this is the second version of the Air Jordan 3 in like an animal type print. The first one was I don't know, and they've gone for some dollars, man. 250 bucks, I believe, or 230, somewhere around that range. I like this one. I didn't get a chance to review it. It's just like one of those pickups where, okay, well, I'll throw it on the shelf and you know, I'll put it down on the wayside. But you know, that's what ended up happening. You know, with the with this one here. I actually reached out to a buddy of mine on social media, and you know, he was able to get me a swoosh discount. And you know, swoosh probably gets you like what, 40% off, but I would have rather paid that than, you know, wait for this thing to go down in price, because this one did not go down in price. As you can see, there's different types of patterns on there with the textures and everything like that. You guys can look this up. It's not hard to like look up, but I thought this one was pretty interesting. And you know, all black sneaker, Air Jordan 3, can't go wrong. So the second shoe would be this bad boy right here. This is the OG Air Jordan 9 white black, or Chicago, or Space Jam, you guys like to call it. You know, this sneaker was featured in Space Jam, but it is not the true Space Jam that we all know, which is the 11. But this one I found on a Facebook deal, and I think it was about 60 bucks. Man, for the year of 2020, guys, I spent probably over $10,000. If you guys ever record any of your purchases like on a spreadsheet or whatnot, or you save your receipts, I would like to know down in the comment section how much you guys spend for the year in sneakers. It'd be pretty interesting to hear your guys' thoughts on there. But yeah, this one was a steal, and it was used. You know, it's very hard to find sneakers nowadays, especially with OGs in, you know, decent condition, and this one just ended up being used. It's a 9.5. I'm a 10.5. So, you know, if again, I'll reach out to my following if anyone out there has like a DS pair or anything close to that in size 10.5. Let me know. But this is a 9.5. It was 60 bucks. I went ahead and did it. It completed my Air Jordan 9 set, which I'll, you know, share more colorways that I picked up. And yeah, it didn't come with a box, size 9.5, and it's another pickup of 2020. Alright, the third pickup has to be the Charcoal 9. So this one has not yet seen a retro in this form. I know it's come out in this type of colorway, but not in this form. So this one has the different types of black with the gray on the mudguard going all the way around, and then the Jumpman facing towards the toe. This is something that we don't usually see with Air Jordan 9s, with the Jumpman facing the direction of the toe on both sneakers. So yeah, the charcoal. Now I think I paid, man, over 300 for this one, maybe even 4. But it's one of those things where, like, if it's a clean sneaker and it's not cracking and it looks pretty much in pristine condition, it's something that I'm gonna get. This one I'm probably gonna end up still wrapping because a lot of my OGs have like slight cracking or a little bit deterioration. I will pop a card up here if you guys want to know how to preserve your sneakers or wrap them up. And I only do those for OGs that are, I know are about to go. So the charcoal Air Jordan 9, beautiful shoe. All right, the Air Jordan 12 in black and yellow. We first saw this sneaker on the feet of Gary Payton when he was a Laker in 2003, 2004. The only difference is it doesn't have his, initials on the back here, as with most PEs that players wear that are part of the Jordan brand. But yeah, 2003, 2004 was around the time that Gary Payton ended up being a member of Jordan brand. And, that's a little fun fact if you guys don't know about that. But, there were several other players as well that were part of that team. Mitch Richmond, Vin Baker, Eddie Jones, just to name a few. And, this was a dedicated pair. This one I got at my boys over at Shoe Palace. I got a couple friends that worked there and they were able to get me this colorway. Yeah, I had to get this one. This was a clean colorway. My team is the Lakers, even though I also root for the Bulls. But, I'm a Southern California boy now living in Northern Cal. So you can imagine, like, Sacramento Kings fans and Golden State Warriors fans. But me, I'm a Laker fan. So, ever since moving from Chicago into San Diego, SoCal, the Lakers have always stuck with me ever since the move. Of course, yes, I did root for the Bulls up until pretty much Jordan retired from the Bulls, and then I don't know if it was more so like being a Fairweather fan at the time, but the Lakers ended up being my team, and it still is. 20 plus years now. So again, rest in peace to Kobe, man. But yeah, anyways, the Air Jordan 12, black and gold. All right, another one on the list, the Air Jordan 35 DNA. I showed you guys the Rui Hachimura pair, the all red pair, and this one is a clean silhouette. It had the foam back on the back of the back tag, which I still don't understand why that's even there. But nonetheless, black, white, red, Chicago Bulls colorways. You gotta love it. That's it all the way around. I don't know. Not much more to say. Every year they come out with a signature shoe. This is one of them. I think the all red pair, this pair, and I think there's a couple black and red pairs that have come out or have already come out. But I think I'm just gonna stop at this. The 35 is an awesome shoe. I reviewed it again, like I said. If you guys are going for the Air Jordan 35, I would suggest going a half size up, as I mentioned in my videos. Performance sneakers, aside from retro and then Kobe Protros, runners, I would go half size up. I'm a wide footer. I'm a natural wide footer. So pinky toe area, like all that jazz, it really is going to pinch a lot there. I will sacrifice a little bit of length if I can get a little bit more comfort width-wise. So 10.5, Air Jordan 35, get it. All right, the Navy OG 1 High. This one released in 2020 with a high version. There you have the Nike Air on the tongue. I reviewed the silver joint a few weeks back, maybe like a couple months back, and that one is a take on the 2001 versions, which are mids. So at some point I'm gonna have to do a comparison with the navy joint from 2001 and this one, just to do a comparison. for you guys. But it's pretty much just like how the silver one is. This one I really like in a high version. The mids are cool. Jordan wore mids throughout his playing career, even, into lows and stuff. But, mids or highs are, fashionable right now. Air Jordan 1s are pretty popular nowadays and something that you should definitely get on your list. It's a clean silhouette. Love this one. Shout out to my guys over at Official Rustin in Louisiana. Check them out. They are in Rustin, Louisiana, and you guys can follow them in at Rustin or at Official Rustin. There you go. Air Jordan 1 White Navy. Alright, so next I have the 2002 version of the Air Jordan 9 Olive. I hated this shoe in 1993-94. So, story on this. My uncle, who is, maybe a couple years older than my dad, there's like 5 brothers and 4 sisters in the family. Whew, that's a lot of kids, man. But, he was rocking this at a family party. And knowing him, he's not a big Jordan fan. I don't normally see him in Jordans. But for this, back in 93, 94, I saw him wearing this sneaker. And I'm like, what are those? I didn't understand. It's not something that Michael Jordan would wear on court. It'd be something that he would, I don't know. I saw a picture of him actually wiping down some golf clubs or something like that, and he was wearing this shoe. Ugly. But this is something that over the years I've grown to love. So the olive Air Jordan 9, I missed out on the 2002 version. I have it now, so was able to get a good deal on it, and it's here. Now here's one that I did not appreciate. GOAT. So I was able to find this one on GOAT. If you guys have followed me on Instagram, you guys know the story. But basically I saw a listing on GOAT for the OG Air Jordan 9 Olive, and it was not wrapped in plastic like this. But when I got it, think of throwing a bomb out into the valley and just exploding. That's what happened with this one. So I had to salvage whatever I had to wrap it up and save. So I actually ended up having to contact GOAT, and I let them know my situation. I let Instagram know my situation. Made an IG live TV thing about it. They were able to actually refund me. They said sorry, but these are one of those things where if you're going to be selling OGs online, eBay, GOAT, StockX even, you want to make sure that you want to package those things properly. And I assume that this was packaged properly by the seller, right? Because when I saw pictures of them on the listing, they weren't completely obliterated. So what ended up happening, I believe, is that when it came down to authentication, legit checking, just like any other $200 Yeezy, right? You want to just look at it, put it in the box, and get it to go. No, you can't treat an OG like that. It's deteriorating. You can't. You have to treat it with delicacy. And also, when I got it, it was just the shoes in a box, and that was it. It wasn't no extra tender love and care, no extra wrap, bubble wrap, whatnot, all over inside the package. It was just sent, just like any other run-of-the-mill shoe that gets resold all the time. But hopefully, those guys, especially the eBay authenticity program that they are implementing, those guys, anybody that does third-party authentication, you guys understand, please, that there are collectors like you and I out there that love this stuff, and you guys don't want to have your shoes come to you obliterated. Now, I totally understand these are OGs. These are something that you need to handle with extreme care, and I understood that it was going to crumble, but I didn't expect it to be whatever. Okay, so we resolved the issue on GOAT, and they ended up giving me my money back, and I was able to keep the shoe. So it is what it is, but this is the OG Olive 9. Okay, so 2020's version of the Air Jordan 11. Every year we get a holiday release, and the holiday release ended up being the Jubilee 11s. So, I don't know, different shoe. I'm not mad at it. I like that they actually added the accenting letters Jordan up and down the eyelets there. Not many people were a fan of that. This was apparent on the first version of the Air Jordan 11 before it came out. It ended up being a sample pair that never released, and then they also did it in the DMP 11. And some of those went out into the market and had to be recalled because the letters were falling off. It'd be interesting to see if these ones will, because it seems like they are just hot glued attached on. But you guys let me know how that will go over time. I haven't seen any of the lettering pop off, but I have seen people customize where they actually remove the lettering and it's just clean. But it's pretty much just a Space Jam 11 without that Concord hit on the bottom. They gave us a nice silky smooth gray tonal outsole, milky colorway. I like that. But one thing I did not appreciate is the dots. You can see all the EVA injection sites pretty much all over the shoe. Craftsmanship wasn't clean on that. I do like the addition of the metal Jumpman at the back, and then the same type of deal from the eyelets on the back. The Jubilee 11, out of 10, I'd probably give it a 7. I really want the Columbia 11s. Hopefully that will release sometime soon. It looks like December 2021 will be the Cool Gray 11. So, Columbia 11s, it's the last colorway that needs to drop. We already have the Concords, the Space Jams, the black and reds. Columbias are the last ones. So next year, or actually this year, I'm talking about this year, 2021 is already the 25th anniversary of the All-Star game, and you guys know that Jordan wore the Columbia 11s in that All-Star game. Beautiful shoe. So hopefully it comes back. But, Jubilee 11s, good shoe nonetheless. All right, so one of the last ones that I was able to grab for the OG 9 set is the powder blue Air Jordan 9. Fun fact about this one, this is the only OG Air Jordan 9 that did not have the 23 on the back. So this has no numbers. And you'll notice that with all the OGs, everything has the 23 except for this one. I think in retro form they ended up putting a number on the back there, but this is how it originally was. It didn't have a number on there. I'm not sure why, don't ask me. I didn't create the shoe, but that's just what I've noticed. But the Powder 9, I actually found this one on eBay. The guy ended up also following me on Instagram, which is pretty funny because the channel's growing, right? So people are starting to recognize more about the collecting part of me and what everyone else likes out there. But yeah, he had an astronomical price on eBay. I'm not gonna lie, it was like in the 800 900 range, man. So we slashed that in half, and we were able to make a deal. So I was happy with it. It was one of the pieces I actually needed to complete this set, so I don't have to worry about it any longer. Whew, almost hit me in the face. All right, the Air Jordan 23 Titan. My guys over in the Philippines, you guys did an astronomical deal on this one, man. The 23 comes back. It's the high performance sneaker of the decade. Well, I mean, it could go with the 35, but they actually did make a 35 for this. So I will probably try and grab that down the line. But the Air Jordan 23 Titan with, and I'll do an in-depth review on this one because I think it's generated. If you guys don't know, I am part Filipino. Even though I look Spanish, I do have Puerto Rican roots as well. So I'm Filipino, Puerto Rican, a little bit of Chinese. But this one was big because my Filipino heritage comes shining through on this one. Titan has their logo on there with the hand and the bolt, so that pattern up there had to be displayed. Shout out to JP Managa also. He is a designer for Jordan Brand. He put his heart and soul into this. Also a fellow Filipino who collabed with Titan to create this shoe, and it's an awesome addition to it. As I was saying, I think the Air Jordan 23 is still one of the best performing shoes and can stand, it stood the test of time, and it can rival, something like the Air Jordan 35, which is the current performance shoe from Jordan Brand. But yeah, this one was awesome. I'll have to do a review on this on a later time. All right, One of the few that I don't get to review are Nikes, right? So the Air Max 95 Neon. I don't have the previous versions. This is actually one of my first versions of the Neon Air Max 95. And, you know, I've always seen this as a kid growing up. It's just like one of those things where it's like, man, I got money for an Air Jordan. I might as well go for the Air Jordan. But, you know, now that we make money, the Air Jordan, or the Air, see what I mean? The Nike Air Max 95 is one of those that needed to be in the collection. So I will wear these. You know, typically a lot of the stuff that you see here, I don't wear because it's either disintegrating or like I only have one of like these guys right here that are hard to get. So usually I'll buy like 2 pairs. If not, then I'll just beat the one that I have. But for the most part, a lot of the stuff is collection purposes. So I get that question a lot. Do you wear your sneakers? Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I wear sneakers, but you know, it depends on whether I get 2 pair, 3 pair, or, you know, I just feel like it. But most of the time, like, it's for collection. Sorry guys. But anyways, the Neon Air Max 95. Just a great pop of that Volt color. I love it, man. Shout out to my girl Angela over at Foot Locker. Was able to hook me up with this one, and yeah, I'll be buying more shoes from you. Stay tuned. And then last but not least, this one was a weird one, right? The Air Jordan 1 Center Court. This is the Air Jordan 1 Low, pretty much. And Mike wore this pair on the documentary The Last Dance, and you know, pretty much the only good thing to come out of 2020 was The Last Dance. And this shoe, you know, had to be one of those pickups where like it was a head scratcher, right? Like I didn't know if I wanted to get it or not. And it was one of those things, well, like if I don't get it, it's not going to be available anywhere else other than the resale market. And I didn't know what the resale was going to be, if any. So it's a little different from what MJ wore in the documentary, and I'll probably do another separate review on this if you guys are interested. But my favorite part is the wings feature on the back. It just looks like a pillow. Like you just want to like rest your head on it and just like sleep. But yeah, that detail of the wings on the back there is just awesome. Again, it's like not the same as Mike's pair. Mike's pair ended up being like a white upper, and it wasn't this gray suede. And actually, he didn't just debut this on The Last Dance. He was actually wearing this shoe a couple years prior. There's a picture of him from TMZ that was caught, and he's wearing this shoe. So it's been about two years now that he, you know, was wearing this shoe, and nobody even like made sense of it until The Last Dance when it showed a close-up. But yeah, that's that. Alright guys, that is it with the pickups of 2020. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Is this something that I missed? Is this something that you wanted to see that I didn't showcase on the channel? You know, maybe I'll pick it up down the line, or, you know, you can let me know what you guys think about that. One release that I did miss out on was the Kobe 6 Grinch. I know we're coming up on the 1-year death anniversary of Kobe Bryant. May God rest his soul, along with Gigi and the others that were involved in that horrific crash by helicopter. So yeah, the Kobe 6 Grinch is a sneaker that I missed in 2020. Hopefully I'll be able to pick it up this year in 2021. I just have to dig into my empty pockets and, you know, try and get that pair off the resale market, unless someone out there wants to, you know, hook me up with a size 10.5. But anyways guys, that's the video. If you guys enjoyed this one, hit me with a big thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I will talk to you guys at another time. Take care.